Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is a bit overdue. We are going to kick it back to the 400-pound bulk women's clothing order I did from ThredUp back in August. It was two 200-pound orders. They were running a sale and I paid $308 per 200-pound order. And on my order I did months before that, you guys really loved when I did a video of taking those items to the buy, sell, trade store to see how much money I could recoup just by doing that. And I had a lot of comments on my 8 videos that went out that you guys would be interested again in seeing how much money I could make from the buy, sell, trade stores. So we are now in March. So we are like 6 months in. I can tell you I have not listed all of my items, but I have made several sales of the things that I deemed kind of like the best that I was listing before the holidays. I have probably about 100 items left to still list. Look, y'all know I'm working on my death pile and I kind of am just grabbing totes at a time, and all of that stuff just got thrown into the mix. But we're here to talk about the buy, sell, trade store. I have a lot of clips to show you. This is being filmed like in real time, but I lost some footage along the way. We're talking about months of keeping little clips on my phone. I did the best that I could to keep it kind of, streamlined and not like a super choppy video. So we're going to throw it back. We're gonna go through a couple of the trips. A couple of times I'm really specific on the brands and such that they took. Some other times we'll just see the bins and we'll go over my numbers, and then we'll meet back here at the end. And as of today, I just checked, I still have 3 full Rubbermaid totes that are still going to the buy, sell, trade stores from this order. I have gone through them after things have gone twice. I have been just donating stuff here locally. We have a lot of those buy nothing groups, but there are still some good things that maybe they weren't accepting summertime that day, or you just never know. So I do still have the ability. I would say I still have at least $100, if not more, to come my way, but I don't make it out to the buy, sell, trade stores super often. So let's go back and see how much we made, and I'll meet you back here with the exact totals. But I just finished filming boxes 1 through 4. I am now sitting on the floor. This is where I put all of the items for Clothes Mentor / Style Encore. I am going to Clothes Mentor tomorrow. So I am sitting here and I am starting to fill. They only take 2 bins per person. So I don't know that I can get all of this into 2 bins, but I'm gonna do my best. So what I'm doing, I am putting the buttons together, folding things nicely, cutting out things that have an old date tag, things like this. So I had started out with nothing. So all of the things I am taking tomorrow will be from these boxes. So I'm going to take you along with me. Hopefully we can recoup some of our money. Now remember, I am not counting this as my cost of goods. So, I'd like to trade for a few decent pieces. That's what they do there. You get more if you take store credit. So I will take you along, and I can't even give you a ballpark of what I hope to make because I am not trendy. I don't know if any of these things are still in style. So let's see how it goes. All right. It took me an absurd amount of hours to sort those 200 pounds, but I finished. I worked literally from 10 a.m. yesterday to 10 p.m. with, of course, breaks for school pickup and lunch and dinner, but it was a job. But here are my 2 bins to take to Clothes Mentor today, and I decided to go ahead and stuff this bag of things for Play-Dohs. There is a Play-Dohs in that same shopping center. I've only been in there twice, and it's usually a disaster. I've tried to sell to them before, and they buy like hardly anything. There is a different Play-Dohs location that I actually like, but it's not anywhere near where we're going today. And since we're already going to be there at Once Upon a Child and Clothes Mentor, we're just gonna try and see how it goes. Right, children? Oh, it's playtime. All right, it was a very successful day on the west side of town. And this is why these bulk boxes, while yes, I spent 12 hours yesterday, I still have a load of laundry to do. So I still have stuff I plan to bring to the Clothes Mentor and Style Encore that didn't even make it into round 1 because I ran out of space in my 2 bin allotment and time. if you're willing to put in the work, these boxes are definitely worth it. And I can't wait to see just what my totals are just from the buy, sell, trade stores. All right, guys, I am in the middle of unboxing my second batch of 200-pound boxes, but I wanted to come in and do this clip that's going to be part of the buy, sell, trade video that I do to kind of hope to recoup most of, if not all of the money from what I spent on these boxes. So I am trying to make $308 back times 2. So hopefully this video compilation, you're going to see me go to at least Style Encore, at least another Plato's. I'm gonna go several more times. But today I went to Plato's, and I like to know this stuff. Hopefully you do too, or you can fast forward a bit. They took 15 items, and I wanted to briefly just tell you the brand and what it was, so that they actually tell you, they break it down as far as how much they gave you per item, which I love. So for 15 items, I got $39.13, which is over $2 per piece, which for Plato's, my hope is to get it $2 per piece. $1 Once Upon a Child, $2 Plato's, $3 Style Encore or Clothes Mentor, and I have been hitting those goals every time. It's looking more like the 150, 250, 350. I should probably just increase my goal to that. All right, so they did not take much. I took a huge IKEA bag to them, and they only bought 15 items, but that particular store is so small. I am shocked they even took what they did, but you know, we were right next door anyway, so it didn't take any more time to do that. So they took Forever 21 overalls. They took other brand, so like a no-name brand, a skirt, a short skirt. They took an unbranded sweatshirt. They took a Wild Fable extra small shirt, a Princess Polly long sleeve, a Wild Fable short skirt. So they're buying skirts, which is great to know. They took an Aerie extra small tank top, Urban Outfitters shorts, an extra small Hollister tank top. So they like those small sizes. They took a pair of unbranded shorts. They took a pair of athletic shorts, a black little crossbody purse. I did throw that in there. That was from a fun box. They gave me $1.95 for it. I had 2 random purses I threw on top from a recent fun box. That's the one they took. And then they took a brown belt, a t-shirt, and an Aerie t-shirt. So good to know. I made $39. And then Clothes Mentor. This is the store where, so today I could have taken $116.75 in cash, or you get a 20% extra bonus by taking store credit. So that I went for that option, $140.10. So, you know, it depends on how you look at it. I did not get to take home $140, but for me, the whole point of this is that they took 41 items. I came home with 3 to sell, and I'm going to make at least $200 on the 3 pieces that I brought home to sell. I have no doubt in my mind. And so I would much rather list 3 pieces than 2 totes worth of just the junk from these boxes. So I'm gonna just gonna go down some of the brands just so you know. I'm not gonna go over each individual. Loft, J. Crew, Limited. They took a lot of the Limited New York & Company, which I was surprised. Morona, which we talked about, that's not even like a brand anymore. 32 Degrees, Wild Fable. So they also take Wild Fable. That's good to know. DKNY, Marika, Lands' End, Loft, Knox Rose. They took that Knox Rose shirt. Graylin, Loft, J. Crew, Old Navy, Calvin Klein, Old Navy, Loft, Express, Calvin Klein, Old Navy, J. Crew, Old Navy, Allison Joy, Apartment 9, Old Navy, Universal Thread, Old Navy, Caslon, Time and True, Amazon Essentials, Nicole Miller. So you just kind of get to learn what brands they're taking. So if you add up $39.13, $140.10, I have made back just in today, just for one quick stop. Took them 2 hours, both stores start to finish. I made $179.23. So I am well on my way, over halfway there to recouping all of the money from that 200 pounds, that's the goal. All right, I did want to quickly show you what I picked up to sell. And hopefully by the time this video goes up, I will put my actual listing of the items. Maybe something will have been sold. All right, I got these really cool Dance Goes. I thought these were Crocs at first. I've never seen Dance Goes this style. They're lightweight like a Croc. I looked them up while I was in the store because they were $20. I definitely pay up at the store. They have stuff on clearance, but honestly, Michael always drives me over there. It's across town. I don't like to drive that way. And I don't ever have time to really dig. So I'm mostly looking at shoes, accessories. They separate out the Lululemon and the Lilly Pulitzer, but I am just looking for easy to list items. So paying up, but I'm using credits. So 20 bucks there. These are a pair of new with the tags. They retail for $295, a flared pant. And it kind of threw me off because these look very wash worn, but I looked them up and it's brushed cotton. I mean, they look pilled, but it's like the entire pant. And so apparently that's how they came, and they are very much a flared bottom. But I am probably going to list these around $100, which is a lot less than others that are listed. They are only a size 2, so we will see. I was very happy to see that these, at this store, the higher end shoes, they just put out like this, just one. And so I knew this was new. I loved the print. It feels like leather. They are Love Shack Fancy Loves Manabee, but they have a huge clearance sale going on right now. They were $45.99, which I thought was pretty reasonable anyway, compared based on comps. Wow. And this looks like it has a removable. That's interesting. You can have a squishy liner in there or take it out and it still has the brand under there. So half of $45.99. So they were half off. Then when I went to check out, I said, hey, I need the match. I expected to just be handed the match, not an adorable box and a nice dust bag. So that really upped the game on these. These shoes, it's been several hours by now, but I can list these for over $100. So that's great. And then, so those are the 3 pieces that I got. Essentially traded 41 items from my ThredUp box for these pieces to sell. I still have $36 in credit there. So there haven't been many sales the last few days because I haven't been listing. This is what happens when you unbox 200 pounds of clothes at one time. Yep. This is what I'm dealing with today. I am going to one that I've never been to, not to sell, I don't think. Anyway, it's the closest one. I don't like driving super far on the highways by myself, and so I'm bringing 1 bin for Play-Dohs, and this is my 200-pound stuff, a couple t-shirts from a different ThredUp t-shirt box, and then those shoes came out of a ThredUp shoe box I just opened, and 1 bin for the Style Encore. I've got 3 bins for Style Encore, but they're heavy and I just do one at a time if I go by myself. So I don't have such high hopes because, I don't know, these locations, if I'm remembering correctly, are just like super tiny and packed. And this is the only Style Encore now we have in Orlando. So we'll see how it goes. Reason number 972 why I will never not have a minivan. I love that I can put a seat down and fit all the things. I got an Amazon return too. All right, let's do this. Goal, come home with, $100. Maybe that's a little low. We'll take it. Okay, I just dropped my stuff off. They said about an hour for Style Encore. Play-Dohs did not give me a time, and I felt super old. I'm like, I'm not even cool enough to be in here to shop. So Once Upon a Child is also in the same, like all 3 locations are in the same shopping center, which is great. So I'm going to take my stuff to Once Upon a Child, and I'm probably going to hang out there. See you in a minute. All right, I just finished in Once Upon a Child. I'm slightly frustrated, but I feel like this happened to me the one other time I ever went to this Play-Dohs. It's literally in the same parking lot. By the time I drove to Once Upon a Child, got my bin, and walked up to the counter to check in, I already had a text from Play-Dohs saying my buy was completed. It was 7 minutes. I checked my text, where they got, hey, you're checked in, and then we've completed your buy. 7 minutes is not even enough time to have looked in my bin. It was like a stuffed full bin. So that's frustrating because I know they probably like dug through it and made a mess. So I'm gonna have to fold it all again to take it to another location. But like when I was checking in, the guy was kind of rude. Just say, hey, we're full, or hey, we're only buying jeans or whatever. I would have gone out to my car and like pulled out exactly what they were looking for. So that's bad business. We'll see. I doubt they bought anything at all. And by the time I finished shopping at Once Upon a Child, it was right at an hour and a half. And so I got the text as I was in line to check out at Once Upon a Child. I got the text that Style Encore was ready. So they at least took an hour and a half. So all I have to make is $40 from Style Encore to hit my $100 goal for the day. We'll see. It was still worth it because I did pick up a couple things I needed for personal use. Offloaded half of this bin. So now I'm down to 1 bin for Once Upon a Child to take to my favorite store, hopefully next week. Let's go see if this Style Encore bought anything. But really, y'all, I'm not holding my breath because I can tell it's the same ownership and just reaffirms I just don't like this side of town. But here we go. This is how they price things on this side of town. $25 full price. They wanted $32. What? Okay, I have to say I stand corrected. These people are just lightning speed. I have no idea how in the course of 7 minutes they dug through my bin and picked out 14 items to buy, but y'all, I don't know. So they did buy 14 items and gave me $28.35, which at Plato's, my buy hope cost is that they give me $2 per item, and it's almost exactly that. So I'm thrilled with that. And while I was in there, I only had like literally 10 minutes to look around. So I just went to their Lululemon section. They had a ton. I did pay up at $40 for a jacket, which I'll show you at home. And like maybe 20 for a dress, but they just felt really substantial. The jacket, they both still have the hang tag. The jacket is down filled. So I just figured, you know what? I'm going to take a risk. The jacket, I think, is also my size in case it doesn't sell. We'll see. Oh, I hit my $100 goal I wanted to make today. So that's fabulous. I'll show you the few things I picked up when we got home, and I will calculate and see where I am at for my totals for this 400-pound order. It's been a few days. In fact, it's been 6 days, and I have to make a return. Today is October the 11th, and it says 7 days with tags. So I'm hoping I can go on the 7th day, which is tomorrow, just because I have not had time. Because unfortunately, one of the items I bought, I was in a rush. Don't be like me. I was very excited. I honestly did not even look up the style name of this, but this Lululemon jacket, that was a size 12. I did pay $40. I got home and realized this zipper is broken. And unfortunately, there's no way to fix it. I had my mom and Michael look at it because they're both quite handy, but it's all kind of broken. So I've got to go return this, and it says that I will get store credit. So womp womp, but this is 100% down filled. It is a really nice pullover style jacket, but now I know I will never not check zippers, so I have to make that a priority tomorrow, but that's fine. I'm just gonna make tomorrow another day. I told you guys already, this Plato's gave me $28.35. They bought 14 items. Based on my totals, and I only had 1 tub that I've been taking to Plato's. I had 2, but I got it down to 1 after the first trip. And I am going to pull out just the new with tags items and any like fall items. The rest of the items, I'm going to go ahead today and sit down and type them into the ThredUp 101 consignment and just see if they take the brand. If it's a brand they take, I'm sending it in my box back to ThredUp. But since I have to go back to do a return, I'm going to take them one more time. The stuff they've already looked through, but anything that's new with tags or fall, it's just gonna be a few items, so hopefully they'll buy a few more. And then this, I need to look up the style still. I looked it over really good once I got home. It is a dress, but it is so heavy and it feels really nice. It's not like a Lulu piece I've felt before, but it's a size 6. This tag appears new. It says The Lab on it. I've not seen that before. It's Cupro, 78% Cupro, 12% polyester, 10% elastane. They had it as a jacket and it was $23. So I did pick this up just because, you know, I traded in. It's got these nice zippers on the side. It's just a really interesting piece. So I'm excited to look up the comps, and maybe by the time this video goes live, I will have a comp or I'll have my item listed and I will put it here in case. But I'm hoping this sells, and obviously at a super high pay up price, I hope it sells well. So I did end up with $28.35. Now Style Encore, I didn't mention to you guys yet. I was in a rush. They bought 15 items. and gave me $56.23. Now the cool thing is that I still literally have 3 tubs. So this tub is number 4 that have not even been to a buy sell trade store yet. I typically take 2 at a time, but I've been going by myself. So when I go back tomorrow, because the Style Encore is right next door, I will take a new bin that's not been looked at yet. So I'm excited to see how much I end up making, because I do plan on going several more times. But I will tell you my totals after I show you the couple items I picked up. Just, you know, this is where I spent some time after Once Upon a Child. Some of these pieces are for me once I try them on. But I decided to try out one of these dresses. These remind me of the Halara dresses that are kind of all the rage. It has a built-in bra. This one is Old Navy, but I love Old Navy activewear. This is their Power Soft line, but it's a cute little dress that has the built-in shorts. So I will try that on and just give it a go. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure I can sell this. I did pay $9 for that. You know, this is my favorite style of Lilly Pulitzer tanks and dresses. It's called the Essie, and this one was brand new with the tags. It retails for $54. I did pay $16. The white shirts just get dingy, so I will replace a Lilly white shirt I have. I loved this print. I actually don't have this one. This one I did pay $15 for, and I am going to make myself sell when I have this style of shirt in sizes small, medium, and large. They all fit obviously a little different, but I can fit into all of them. So I'm going to pick out a small and sell just because I like the bigger sizes better. So I'm gonna do my own personal little trade. 2 more pieces. I did pick up this Lilly Pulitzer, also a size large, just a really pretty little blouse. I don't have this. It was $15. That's a great price for excellent condition Lilly. And these are a pair of Athleta. They were half off, so they were only $9. They had them with the shorts, but I'm pretty sure these are swim shorts, which I like when we are on the boat or scalloping or something like that. So I'm gonna try them on, and if these things all fit, I will be keeping them. I didn't pick up anything to resell because I just was short on time shopping for myself. It's fine. Perk of the job. So to recap, thank you for watching. I know this video is going to be a little bit choppy because I'm going so many times, but I appreciate you, and I just find this interesting. So I have been to Clothes Mentor, and then a Plato's, then a different Plato's, then a Style Encore, and then Plato's. So I've been to Plato's 3 times, Clothes Mentor once, Style Encore once. And again, I have 3 totes that have not been at all yet. I have made, at this moment, $279.46, and they have purchased 91 total items from me. Now, each 200 pounds was $308, so I am trying to make back $616. This is just my buy-sell trade numbers. I've sold some items. I have a ton to list, but my goal is I'd like to make a little bit more than this. So the video is not over yet. Make sure you stay tuned, and I will report back after my return tomorrow and my trip. I'm gonna take just 1 bin tomorrow to each, and I'll see you then. All right, so I did some work last night. This is the stuff I'm taking to Plato's today. It is some of the stuff I took the other day, and then some just other stuff as I went through bins that I had set aside for the more mature stores. I did find a few things that I thought, that's more Plato's. This is my return jacket. This is my Style Encore bin. I did take the time to call them yesterday afternoon and said, hey, what are you buying? And they said activewear tops, short dresses, cardigans, and blazers, and men's stuff, which I don't have any men's stuff right now sorted. So I went through my 3 remaining tubs. Yes, I spent about an hour, but it's fine. I caught up on some YouTube videos and just tossed everything extra. So this is about 2 totes worth of things. A lot of summer. This is stuff I'm going to take to Clothes Mentor next time I go. Just these things are things that I am going to be sending into ThredUp. So wish me luck. I do have also a kids bin that I'm taking today, just because, you know, if I'm going to be in the same shopping center, and I am working on a kids bulk box video. If you're interested, make sure you stick around. All right, so I can tell you that from Plato's, I'm hoping to get like $25, maybe, I don't even know. Style Encore, I'm not sure, because this is a lot of things that have not yet been to a buy sell trade store. A lot of new with tags. I did slip in some things that they did not say they were looking for, but they're new with tags and they are on season. So I'm hopeful. All right, let's take a trip. All right, it is 10:35. I just dropped my stuff at Style Encore and Plato's. Style said, oh, we'll be done in 20 minutes, which I don't know how these people, but I will tell you, this side of town, these two locations, they are so fast. So Plato's did go ahead and warn me that they're not taking much right now, even if it's great, whatever. And I did have to get store credit for that jacket, which is kind of a bummer. It's my fault though. Now I will always check zippers. So I'm going to run in Once Upon a Child, drop off a bin of like junk. I'll be lucky if I make any money from here. We'll see. But I've got to go back to Plato's because I need to use the $42.60. Surely I will find something. I'm going to really scour their Lululemon rack and check for flaws and actually have time to look up comps today because I have a little bit more time to spend. All right, I'll report back. So Plato's, it took them 19 minutes between check-in and when they were done. They didn't give me a printout because it was a new girl and then I didn't think to ask, like 5 or 6 items and gave me $11.47, which fine, you know, Plato's, you're always gonna get the least amount and I had to do my exchange anyway. So I spent probably 30 minutes searching a lot of Lululemon jackets and other pieces and you know, could I have made some profit? Yes, but I settled on, I needed to spend $40. I got a Lululemon bra, maybe the Tata Tamer, I don't know. These type of bras sell very quickly for me. This one was $15 and it was a 38D, which is a great size. And then I settled on this Throw It On day dress. It's got one little water spot, but because of kids, I'm pretty confident I can get that out. And it's a size 4. It's in a really cute color, just a really cute, easy dress. This one was $25. So the two of these items combined were exactly my store credit. So I just did the trade for these two, which was my whole point of having to come again within the week. And I took the cash for the rest of it. Style Encore. I don't know that it was worth my time to dig through and probably spend an hour last night. I called them, asked exactly what they were looking for, and then they only ended up buying 12 items, which I know I had more than 12 decent items of what they wanted, and they said, oh, we just have a high inventory. But the girl did say, you have wonderful and very nice items. Please bring them back, you know, whenever we need more items. So anyway, they did take 12 items, and I did get $41.65. And the funny thing, I didn't tell you, Plato's, I did look in the bin before getting my $11. They took shorts and tank tops. And it's the middle of October. And you'll see I'm in a long sleeve shirt today. It was like 50 degrees this morning. So we're having a cold spell. But okay, so clearly I need to rethink because they're buying summer stuff still. And they did indeed take so they did not tell me they were wanting tank tops at Style Encore, but they took 1, 2, 3 tank tops. They took that really cute White House Black Market embroidered tank. I threw that in there last minute just because it was gorgeous. I wish it had been my size. They ended up buying it. They took a short dress, a cardigan, which they did tell me that's what they're buying, a Chico's t-shirt, which was like activewear that they wanted, short dress, sweater, short dress, and then they took J. Crew, Westport, New York and Company, Old Navy, Cable and Gauge, Canar, Chico's, Simply Vera Wang, Knox Rose, Blue Pepper, and then White House Black Market. So definitely more mature brands. So you know, between that I made an extra, I'll put the totals, but we're adding up. That was another 41 plus 11, so like $54 today back towards my box. Remember, each box only cost me $77, so definitely worth my time. And I could have been in and out of here in like less than an hour, which is fantastic because these people, they stay busy, but they have a lot of workers. I was also a little successful at Once Upon a Child, given I had basically the leftovers of the leftovers to bring them. They still bought some things, so I'm pleased. Now I gotta get home and get to photographing, which is what I needed to do today anyway, but I was on a deadline because of that return I had to make. So, all right, we are chugging along. I am going to go at least one more time before we wrap up this video. I'm gonna go back to the Clothes Mentor that I went to the very first time. The only issue there is that I don't get cash. I have to take it in store credit if I want to get 25% more, but sometimes they have some great stuff. So I will see you in a minute. We are so many weeks later, and this big tub, this is things I still plan to list, but I just wanted to get them out of a box and into something I have a lid for. Michael is running across town today to a Plato's. So this whole tub, there's a sweatshirt on top that I picked up at the bins. Other than that, this is all the things from, that's all that's left for Plato's. These 2 tubs he is taking to Clothes Mentor, and I told him I'm not even going today, so it hurts me a little to not get the bonus 25% by taking store credit, but we're just gonna take the cash. I'm willing to risk it. These are stuffed full. I'm hoping they accept 2 bins per person. I can't even tell you what I'm really expecting. I have not gone to a buy sell trade for this order in a little bit, so I don't know what my total's up to. I'll be happy with anything because I need to clear this stuff out of my house. Ignore the trash bag, it's raining, so he has to drape it over each one. He's gonna stop at Once Upon a Child for me. And then I do have one more tote that is like the Style Encore Clothes Mentor type. So whatever is left over from those 3 bins, I will do one more trip and then try and get my video done. I know I've already deleted one little section of footage. It's hard to keep up with all of these so many weeks apart and keep the footage in my phone, but I have at least been writing it down, so I will be able to give you some numbers. And yeah, let's hope for the best.
Come on, man.
All right, Michael just returned, and I have a feeling I'm going to be exceptionally disappointed. He drove all the way across town for me. These 2 bins are still full. The Plato's bin is still full. Ignore all my mess. We're going to drop stuff at Goodwill today too. And this bin is still pretty full. So yeah, let's get the numbers from him. Okay, so based on what he took for me, now I will say, he was a sport about it. He ran and got our turkey for us, and then he ran into Lowe's, and so it wasn't a wasted trip. It was errands that needed to be done today anyway, and I was at home working at the same time. Finally got the last 400-pound box video uploaded, and okay, so I didn't even tell you this morning, I did have goals, which I like to put out there. I was really hoping to make a 20 bucks from Once Upon a Child, and at least 50 from Plato's, but that Plato's is so hit or miss, and really like 150 from Clothes Mentor because I sent nice stuff, but now seeing that it took like nothing, let's hear it. Start with Once Upon a Child.
Once Upon a Child, I had to take a picture. They didn't give me a printout. I don't know if that's normal or not. I asked for a receipt, and the guy said,
oh, I guess I usually buy things.
The guy said no, so yeah.
Oh,
He's
okay.
like, no, but he's like, you can take a picture.
Okay.
So I got $40.65.
Nice. For how many items?
For 27 items.
Oh, wow.
From Once Upon a Child.
I don't know who was working today, but thank you. That's double what I usually make. I usually get about $1 a piece. All right, we don't have to spend too much time on that because that's not for this video.
And I took a picture of like the why they didn't take stuff.
Okay, that's
too,
fine.
So you can look.
Cool. All right, so.
All right. And then what's store next?
Wait, pause. She really wants you to hold her.
I know.
Oh,
In a second. Plato's.
Plato's.
That's what receipts on
This
top.
is the junky Plato's.
Yeah. So they took 7 items for 27.05 cents.
Oh, okay. I mean, for 7 items, that's good. My goal there is to make $2 an item.
Yeah, so you did more than that. That's almost $4.
Did they tell you what they took?
I did get the itemized receipt from them.
Like
yes.
briefly, what they? It's only 7 items.
Denim, romper, denim, something from Disney, Columbia jacket, Old Navy shorts, and some other brand T-shirt. It says.
Huh. Okay.
So and then Clothes Mentor. It's a long receipt because they bought more than the other places. You gave me $95.50.
What would I have made if I took the extra? If I took store credit?
It would have been like $114.
Okay, so
it was
closer
like
to my
another
goal.
$10.
Yeah.
And they actually said for that too, just in your video, they said you had lots of good stuff in it. It was just they're not taking like anything summer right now.
Oh, and that's like mostly everything is short sleeve.
Yeah, she's like, tell her hold on to it, bring it back. She's like, it's just we're not taking that stuff right now because of inventory. So.
Even though it's still like 1,000 degrees.
It's Florida.
We don't have winter here, but thanks, babe.
Yep.
Well, how many hours were you gone?
I don't know.
You left here at 9:45, and it's 1 o'clock.
Okay.
So 4 hours. I mean.
And I did other chores in the middle too. So.
Yeah. Because these aren't the locations that are closest to us, but.
No.
All right. Thanks, babe.
Got it.
Trying to keep track of this footage for so many days in my phone, just in case I lose it. Here's where we're at. $616 is what I'm trying to recoup. I mean, that's my goal, but that's the entire cost. And I'm listing over 100 items myself. I've already made money from sales, but here we are. We are up to $455. I also made a note. I did send in a box to ThredUp of the junk that Buy Sell Trade hasn't wanted so far, but I still have 4 full tubs for Buy Sell Trade, so we aren't done yet. All right, here we are. It is many months later, but I am headed back to Style Encore today with a bin of the exact same things I've already taken there before, but just to see if they'll take anything else today. I got a coupon for $10 off 30 because I haven't shopped in a while, and I'm running into Plato's for a different video, and there's a Once Upon a Child there too. So I've got errands to do, and I'm hoping to make a couple bucks today. Fingers crossed. All right, the clip you just saw, I know for sure I accidentally deleted the footage of me telling you in the car how much money they took that day, but thankfully I had my receipt and kept pretty good records. And so those totes that you saw, I made $146 from Clothes Mentor. They took 39 of those items. And Plato's, I made $40.08, and they took 11 items. So that was a pretty decent day at the Buy Sell Trade stores. So as of right now, like I mentioned in the beginning, I do still have more items to take. I know that I did not, there was a couple of days where I would run and drop a bin off, and I was running some errands, and I know I didn't record or even remember to put it on my sheet. So the numbers I'm gonna give you right now, I can tell you I have made more than I'm sharing, and I still have more to make, which is awesome. So to just recap quickly and close this out, these 2 orders cost me $616. At this moment, I have made $641.21 from these trips that I shared with you today. That was a total of 3 trips to Clothes Mentor, 6 trips to Plato's, and 2 trips to Style Encore. What did I write? Style Encore. So there was more to Plato's because I have a couple different locations, and sometimes Michael would just drop a bin there on his way, and there's no other store near that. So all in all, I am at this moment, I have made back all of my $616 just from doing this, plus an additional $25.21. They took 199 items, and that averages out to $3.22 per item. And I did not count how many pieces I got in this order. I did that the last time, and it was just a lot of extra work I didn't really need to do that. But I know based on how many times I've ordered this before, I probably had about 400 items total. And so half of the items I have sold to the Buy Sell Trade stores. So the reason I do this, you might ask, couldn't you have made a lot more money than averaging $3.22 per item? Of course, but for me, with the amount, I am not a full-time reseller. This is not my full-time only job. I have a couple of jobs. I take the best of the best. You guys saw me go take 40 items and come home with 3. That's how I prefer to run my business. I know sometimes I have people saying, well, that's silly and whatever. This is my channel and how I run my business. And I will more than happy take $3.22 and basically double my money on these items that were just going to make me $10 to $15 and then take away fees. To be honest, I probably would make about that for some of the items that they took. We're talking the lower end items. So anyway, there you have it. Took me a lot of months to get this out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video because it was a lot to put together because I had to watch so many clips so many times and things that had clips coming in that weren't even related. And I also do Once Upon a Child videos, and I would try to go to those places too. And so, whoo, it was a labor of love. But I did it just to show you guys, will this be your experience every time? Of course not. I live in Orlando. As I mentioned, I have 3 different types of Buy Sell Trade stores. This also is 2 different Plato's and only 1 store. So after I bought this box, the Style Encore close to me, we had to closed up shop unexpectedly. So that definitely put a wrench in it, but I'm pretty pleased, and now I'm even more motivated to list the rest of the items I kept to list because essentially those items now have a $0 cost of goods. But I do know, I guess I could figure out how many items I kept to sell. I recorded that my cost of goods was $5.07 per piece for the items I chose to keep. You can do that math. So take 616 divided by 505. That's how many items I kept to list myself. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry this video took several months, but I suppose I could have done it a lot faster by going to buy sell trades once a week, but that just doesn't happen in Amanda's world. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.